Welcome to Verdict Vantage, covering breaking news stories. Thank you for supporting our research. We would like to extend a trigger warning before we continue. Please be advised.
This video contains discussions about true crime, which may include topics such as violence, assault, and other distressing incidents. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to a new episode of Verdict Vantage podcast. Today we will explore the story of Sebastian Rogers, missing since Monday, February 26, 2024. Compliments of WKRN.com, we have a full timeline into the story of Sebastian Rogers. He is a male, age 15 with brown hair. You will see plenty of photos of him throughout. He wears glasses, he is autistic, and the circumstances behind his disappearance are rather peculiar, to say the least.
Verdict Vantage, thanks you for tuning in. Your support means the world to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to join our amazing community. Stay in the loop on future updates by ringing the notification bell. And if you found this valuable, sharing is caring. Thanks again for being here.
The Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered child alert at approximately 11:17 a.m. on behalf of Sumner County Sheriff's Office. In the alert, investigators wrote that Sebastian was last seen earlier that day near Stratford Court in Hendersonville. He was described as wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. Close to a dozen agencies, including the TBI, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Nashville Fire Department, City of Hendersonville's first responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and Shackle Island Volunteer Fire all began searching for the teen on Monday, February 26. Sumner County Emergency Management Agency Director Ken Wiedner said there were over 200 searchers on the ground that day with multiple K-9 teams, mounted units, helicopter crews, and even drones being deployed. The search stretched into the afternoon. The TBI sent out another tweet at about 4:35 p.m. asking residents living in the area around Beach High School and along the Lake Hollow Pike to check their outbuildings, garages, and cars in case Sebastian was using any as hiding spaces. I can't recall off the top of my head when the last search like this was, Chief Deputy Eric Craddock with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office told News 2. Obviously, this one is exponentially more important, being a child who does have autism. The search teams covered nearly 5 miles radius in the Beach and Shackle Island area. On Tuesday, February 26th, search for Sebastian continued, with the TBI upgrading the alert level to an amber alert around 3:25 p.m. Officials said that the decision to upgrade the alert was based on additional investigative information developed during the search. The urgency of the search was already increasing as colder temperatures were expecting to move into the area and authorities were unsure whether or not Sebastian was properly dressed for the weather. Dozens of agencies continued searching and began employing unique tactics suggested by community members, such as playing Sebastian's favorite song, Eye of the Tiger. A potential sighting was reported on Newman's Trail, but officials confirmed it was not Sebastian.
Our thoughts and well wishes go out to all families and parties involved in this unthinkable tragedy. Share your condolences in the comments below, and thank you again for tuning in to Verdict Vantage.
February 27th, searchers had covered over 2,000 miles on foot and went through Sebastian's home multiple times. In a press conference, authorities continued to urge residents to check their surveillance cameras and report any possible information that could help lead to Sebastian. On Wednesday, February 28th, officials continued looking for the missing teen amid rain and 40-degree temperatures. Due to growing public interest, the TBI put out a statement explaining why Sebastian's parents were unable to share more details about the missing teen. Understandably, there is interest in hearing from friends and family to help provide more of a personal context about Sebastian. However, we have been requested by the family to let local media know that they are not in a position to be spoken to or be available to the media at this time. We have told them that while we would relay their message, it would be the decision of the individual media outlets and reporters to proceed as they see fit, says a spokesperson. On Thursday, February 29th, in a press conference, officials said they received several tips amid calls calls for people to check their surveillance cameras, but none were confirmed sightings of Sebastian. There was a glimpse of hope that day as search dogs tracked a scent, but it turned out to be a false alert. Investigators also drained a pond to the east of Sebastian's home and found
If you are interested in our future coverage of this story, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell before you go. Verdict Vantage, thanks you for supporting our continued news coverage and research.
On Saturday and Sunday, March 2nd and 3rd, as the search for Sebastian entered its sixth day with officials stating that there still had not been any sightings, the sheriff's office told News 2 an anonymous group of business owners in the Nashville area had pledged a minimum cash reward of $3,000 for information. The reward for information was raised to $3,500 on Sunday, March 3rd. Sebastian's mother and stepfather also spoke publicly for the first time that day, telling a podcast host more details about his disappearance. On Monday, March 4th, authorities announced that they were scaling back the ground search for Sebastian and transitioning into an investigation after a week of intensive efforts and still no sights of the missing teen. This does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian, Craddock said during a press conference. This is simply us transitioning from a ground search to the investigative side. During the March 4th press conference, Craddock also said there were no leads or no details to indicate that Sebastian was not alive. On Tuesday, March 7th, the search for Sebastian took investigators to Kentucky, where they searched a landfill. According to the sheriff's office, the landfill in White Plains, Kentucky, was where trash went from Sebastian's neighborhood. Officials called the search of the landfill precautionary measures to eliminate possible options and questions, and said there was no specific information indicating evidence related to the search for Sebastian was there. The search concluded that evening, with authorities later stating that it did not provide any additional clues to what happened to Sebastian. While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering, said Sumner County Sheriff Sonny Weatherford. We will continue to explore all available avenues and resources to bring closure to this case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones. On Friday, March 15th, after a full week without any new updates on the case, the TBI released additional information letting the public know more about what was going on in the investigation. At that stage in the investigation, the agency said there were still few clues indicating what happened to Sebastian or where he may be. Officials also noted that Sebastian's family was being cooperative and there was still no proof of any criminal element. The TBI also cautioned the public about surveillance video being shared online, saying it may have been misinterpreted or misidentified, and at the time, nothing gathered from the home and business surveillance systems had been determined to be significant.
Verdict Vantage, thanks you for tuning in. Your support means the world to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to join our amazing community. Stay in the loop on future updates by ringing the notification bell. And if you found this valuable, sharing is caring. Thanks again for being here.
Search warrants had been executed by Friday, March 15th, with cell phone data analyzed and many other available digital evidence searched and documented. We have not forgotten about Sebastian. Much of the work currently being done to bring Sebastian home may not necessarily be public or visible, the TBI said in a statement. On Thursday, March 21st, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, began searching Natchez Trace State Park for his son after saying somebody told Sebastian's mother to search the area, which is more than 100 miles from Sumner County. I've been all around Nashville. I've been passing out flyers. It's time to start branching out farther. I just want to find my son, Seth Rogers told News 2. I'm not going to give up hope. While nothing was found at the park on Thursday, March 21st, Sebastian's father organized multiple other search parties in the days following. On Friday, March 22nd, as the search for the missing Missouri student Riley Strain came to an end, several online content creators who had been aiding in the search started calling for efforts to turn to finding Sebastian. A mom and TikToker with 92,000 followers took to social media to call for the help of the United Cajun Navy, a nonprofit organization that had been involved in the search for Strain. We would like our viewers to display discretion in anything revolving around involvement with the United Cajun Navy. While this is speculation, it is widely believed that the United Cajun Navy cannot be trusted. With Sebastian missing for almost 4 weeks by Friday, March 22nd, his mother, Katie Proudfoot, also provided a statement to News 2. Unfortunately, with no new legitimate leads, our statement remains the same. We are trying to get his face out there to everyone because I think the more people know and search, the better chance we have of finding him. We do appreciate the support from the neighborhood and community. We want to let the community know that we don't have words to express our gratitude for the support we have received in searching for our son. And we pray that everyone continues to help search and pray that we find him and bring him home safe. The pain of our son's absence is beyond words. We ask that everyone everywhere remain aware and continue to look for anything that can help us find Sebastian and bring him home. Katie Proudfoot. On Monday, March 25th, the United Cajun Navy began setting up headquarters at 90 Volunteer Drive in Hendersonville after answering calls to join in the search for Sebastian. The nonprofit organization said it is working independently from the sheriff's office. The United Cajun Navy was supposed to hold a safety briefing on Tuesday, March 26th for those wanting to volunteer, but it was postponed due to unsafe weather conditions. Again, we would like to put out a disclaimer that we do advise all of our viewers do their own research when it comes to being involved with quote-unquote nonprofit organizations and people who, for example, are not directly involved with the investigation and the search for Sebastian through the sheriff's office. There has been speculation in regards to the legitimacy of the United Cajun Navy, and we do appreciate all of the news sources who cover this news. We would like to ask for any of our viewers who have information regarding the United Cajun Navy and the legitimacy of their business or their nonprofit organization to reach out to us and inform us on what you know. Few other updates have been provided in the search for Sebastian. However, the public has continued to keep the case in the spotlight by putting up signs in their yards and posting flyers from the sheriff's office and local businesses and on social media outlets. Numerous vigils have also been held in the weeks since Sebastian went missing, with community members wearing green on Friday, March 1st to support Sebastian and his family. Sebastian is 5 feet 5 inches tall and 120 pounds with dirty blonde hair. If you've seen Sebastian or have info on his whereabouts, call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or TBI at 1-800-TBI. Fine. We want to thank you for tuning into this episode of Vantage podcast, where we discuss the timeline of missing teen Sebastian Rogers. We appreciate all of your input in the comments below, and we would like for you to share this video. We are on a search for Sebastian Rogers. He must be found.